So we'll just see if anybody appears. Okay. See if anybody shows up, being that we are unannounced.
It's evening time there in US, right?
Yeah, it's evening time. Well, I don't know why it always wants to throw an ad on everything as soon as you open it.
Oh,
There we
there's a
go.
turtle.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Redneck Okie. Eva.
Yeah, hello,
Hello.
Eva.
It's morning time for us.
Yeah,
Early
good morning
morning.
here in Philippines, and I think good evening there in US.
How y'all doing today? It is early in the morning here for us. What's up? Well, feeling bad for those people bracing for a hurricane in Florida and up that coast, you know. I hope everyone stays safe there. Yeah, Labor Day.
Yeah,
American holiday.
it's American holiday. I
Yesterday
didn't know that.
was me kill this down here. Yesterday was a holiday here in our town. It's called First Ambush, and they still celebrate it from World War II to this day. Making
I
cheesy
see.
chicken ramen.
Wow.
What's up, Two Bit? I tell you, I
Making you
sure enjoyed
hungry, right?
chatting with a lot of y'all. I see names popping up that I always commenting and having a little jokes with. So, how's that chicken ramen going? Yeah, yesterday was first ambush. It was after the Japanese drove the U.S. out of the islands here. Hey there, Marianne Lamb.
Hello,
Caught us.
Marianne.
Yeah, you caught us this time. And and the U.S. coordinated with the Filipino guerrilla soldiers to ambush the Japanese here. And this is one of the places they made first attack. That's why they call it first ambush. And boy, the guerrilla soldiers gave the Japanese a rude awakening, and the U.S. come in right behind it and follow them up. And our beach right here is a famous beach for World War II because this is where they landed in a lot of ships and joined in the fight and started driving them out of the islands, pushing up, heading north. And so they still celebrate it right here in our town. And there's some pretty cool historical photos of our big old ship sitting right outside out here and dropping troops in. So it's pretty cool. We got monuments up here in town. Man, I like your channel. Well, I appreciate that.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
that a lot. I can't
It's
wait
named
till my
David.
wife to
Thank
be
you,
where you're
David.
at. Let's see, what does it say? I can't wait for my wife and I to be where you're at. Well, come on. Come on. You know, we still love our Texas, don't we, babe? That's why
Of
we name
course.
it Texas
Text
Filipino.
Filipino.
Yeah,
For dual
because
life.
we still love our Texas, but we love it here as well. And luckily, we've been blessed to get to enjoy both. You know, we know we're a little bit spoiled for that. Texas forever. That's right. That's right. You know, I miss my boots. When I was in Texas, Melinda's like, "Are you ever gonna take them stinky boots off?"
It scared me.
Yeah,
Every time you took off your shoes, it's killing
those.
me.
Yeah, them boots become just part of you in Texas. I guess I'm just that way. But I get here, I don't even want to pair a pair of shoes on. I just switch attitude. You know, I'm just full time flip flop. That's just the way it is. You know. I think if I wore a pair of boots here, they would really be giving me a weird look, wouldn't they?
Exactly.
They'd be like, "Why are you wearing women's high heels?"
Uh, Fashion.
Full flop, flip flop Texan, huh? We're still having our coffee. Let's see, what is it here? What 7:30 in the morning, I guess, right now. Yeah, 7:30 a.m. on the other side of the planet here. So I hadn't got to see the news this morning where that hurricane's at right now, barreling down. You know, Me and a couple friends and cousins, we worked those hurricanes back in the mid 2000s, and man, we know the devastation it can do. So, I mean, we worked all of that Florida coast from one side to the other. Um, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, we've been there and seen it all right firsthand, right when it was happening, and so I kind of take those things serious when I see them coming. I know a lot of people's lives are going to be displaced. It's the only time you put on shoes is when you're at a ship or a receiver, huh? Man, I put on shoes recently when we went to Melinda's brother's oath taking, and man, the first thing I did when I got to the parking lot, right at the side of the vehicle, was kick them shoes off and put a pair of flip flops on. I felt like my feet were being choked to death, man. But I'll still put my cowboy boots back on. Sure will. A good wearing pair of boots, man. I can't knock that. Yeah, so I just hope everybody's out there safe. I know I have some subscribers there in Florida and the Carolinas as well, and I just want you all to know that we may talk about our storms here coming through and show footage, but that don't make me insensitive to what's happening back in my beloved United States. And I just hope that it does make that turn. And I know even if it does, it's going to churn up some surf out there and some winds and some rain. So I think can't get away from the damage on that, but at least maybe it won't be so deadly, right? Well, we've got two what they call cyclones here right now. We're battling with two different locations in the country with those storms, and we had a pretty weekend, a fairly decent weekend. We were so shocked. The weather turned nice. The water turned slick out there like glass. Boy, I would have liked to have been on a pair of skis out there on that.
But only for 2 days.
And man, boom, Monday come, we planned we were going to go island hopping with the truck. Over with. We woke up Monday morning and the water was churning and rolling, wasn't it?
Yeah,
and I know I say Monday morning because we're on a different time than you guys. Remember, we're ahead of you. We're about a half a day ahead of you guys. Hey there. Hey, James and Mel, Crystal Creek. Yeah, Crystal Creek, that's another one of our good, dedicated people. We appreciate you. And what I say here,
hello,
Gavin,
Crystal.
Daddy. We're up here in Utah, but my wife's from Beagle. Wow, we plan to we're planning to retire early in the Philippines. Not sure exactly where.
Bicol.
Yeah,
Bicolana.
You know, some of my subscribers that aren't really tied with the Philippine thing, y'all maybe don't get it a little bit, but you know, this is part of American history right here. You know, this was like Puerto Rico and U.S. Virgin Islands and all. This was actually a commonwealth of the U.S. at one time. And a lot of the infrastructure that was built here that's still used to this day was built by the U.S. and U.S. soldiers. And the American influence has been heavy here. And I think going way back in the late 1800s, the Filipinos kind of grabbed the American hearts, and we've had an ongoing relationship with them even after we gave them their own independence, which they deserved. They were just constantly being dominated by outside powers. But I tell you, we have a wonderful relationship with them, and they're kind of like our cousins, you know. They're like still part of the family. So toast to that. But a lot of people in the military, they serve like in the Navy, for instance, and they would end up getting stationed here for a little bit or pass through. Man, just that period of time would already grab them up, make them fall in love with it. A lot of times, as soon as they got out of the military or retired, they brought themselves all the way back across over here. They just have that influence sometimes, you know, and that's the way it is. I love it. I've 14 years back and forth here. I haven't had really much of anything for bad encounters. I feel safer on the streets here at night. I don't care if it's 3 a.m. in the morning than I do right there in some of our own hometowns.
Actually, it's more safer here.
Hey, David Blair. And hello from Ohio. Hey, David Blair. Hello from Ohio.
Said that the hubby is making up tacos for dinner. I'm sure I miss tacos.
Hubby is making tacos for dinner. So what's the flavor on those tacos? Fish tacos? Chicken? Beef? What's the flavor for today? Well, I'm sure glad all y'all jumping in and joining in with us. It's fun. We've been wanting to do this, but as y'all seen probably that one video, coconut tree took out our line. And then I didn't tell in that video that also when I went searching the line, it had got pulled down close to the ground. There was laundry hanging on the line. It had done got adapted up the way as the new clothesline. Now that's being multi-purpose, right? Even the technicians laughed about it yesterday. Yeah, it had done become a clothesline here. So, oh, y'all wrote, how's the house coming? Well, we ain't really been able to do nothing on it. You know, we came here and in the month of August, we had 3 typhoons. That's right, 3. And here we are now September, and we've got 2 looming around us right now. So we're kind of hit and miss on what we can do. I'll tell you, I haven't showed everything with you guys, but we have worked hard right out here at the end of this house, protecting it so maybe it can last longer or permanent maybe, because we may have a surprise coming for some people someday of what's going to happen with this house if we can save it. So we've been building a 2-layer retaining wall out there, and it's been already pretty effective, hasn't it? Really effective. In fact, the way I've been designing it, it's been backfilling itself up. And I think right now this house is probably safe from that unless it's a major typhoon. Hello, James and Mel from John and Lisa in Long Island. Well, we love our little beach house here too, and I think that we may have this house getting more secured all the time. Like I say, I haven't shown, but we've done some work, and when low tide would go out, and even if it was pouring down rain, we would be out there setting steel, mixing concrete, putting stone in it, and big stone, and building one heck of a retaining wall out there, let me tell you. And it's effective, and I think it's even helped the neighbors some a little bit
because it cut the riptide
coming
my
down
uncle,
that beach. Yeah, and so it's kind of
area.
already started helping save her uncle's place next door, and we're happy for that. Hey, there is the Wisconsin people. How exactly you say it? Is it Voyeurs?
Voyeurs.
Wisco
It's
Homestead.
Yeah, it's hard for me to pronounce it. Voyeurs.
But we know what you're trying to abbreviate down to. We done checked you guys out pretty well, and I appreciate that shout out you did on our little Cajun cook-off, right? My goodness, you put a lot of stuff in that pot. That was a heck of a mix when you slapped the cook-off back at me. I'm like, man, is her ingredients ever in? I was waiting for you to drop a whole watermelon in there.
You said it's expensive soup, right?
I'm like, man, she got a budget on that soup. You're still waiting us for fresh shrimp, huh? Wow. Wow, look at there. There is the next page, PJ, another good, dedicated viewer and subscriber and commenter. Man, I tell you what, I'm so happy that y'all seen us pop up here. This is pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, next page, BJ. Well, only me's the beautiful, not him.
I'm late to the conversation, so I'll just listen and catch up. So you said it was a pretty good, gigantic pot of stew you made, huh? You really wanted to get me back, huh? You really wanted to make sure you showed me the whole works on it. we're a little bit limited on the ingredients here, so you definitely had a better chance of
Limitless.
showing me up. Look here, Jeep Man '08, British Columbia, uh, Canada. Well,
Yeah.
that's our friends to
Wow.
the north right there.
Yeah, British
And
Columbia.
Jeep Man, appreciate you joining in with us here. Yeah, I'm gonna get me a sip of coffee here.
Mississippi style.
So what you all been doing out there? And what are y'all doing for this wonderful Labor Day in the U.S.? Ah, Eva, you're from British Columbia also. You ate it by yourself. Man, I tell you, that's one thing I wish I had too was some of those fresh crawfish. You know, I asked for years here in the Philippines and try to show pictures of crawfish because I'm like, man, they gotta have them. And down here in Visayas is mostly where I stay at. But I stayed up in Manila for a while in different places. And no luck, no luck, man. I tried to show them. They had no clue whatsoever. But I was watching a video one time and they were showing a market up in Manila. And it's again hauling crude oil. And up in Manila, and this one video that some vlogger many years ago was doing, he showed there at the market crawfish. And I'm like, man, they do have them. It's just the people down here don't realize. I did more research, and there was actually even some crawfish farms, but there were old videos. I couldn't track down where those videos were from exactly, but they were out of the Visayan region. Man, I may have to take up that mission again. What's it say here? Your wife is working.
No, the
So not
yesterday
doing
they gave
anything.
it holding crude oil. I missed that.
We're at, babe. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, he's hauling crude oil. Yeah, up there's Ernie Hatmaker. Hello, 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 Ernie. Yeah, we love old
Hello,
Ernie, boy.
Ernie.
That's a cool lady right there.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here, but out of Ed. You giving Ed heck, huh? Making beef jerky with my son. Oh man, that's something we enjoy right there making.
Jerky,
I
beef
have
jerky.
loved making deer jerky, beef jerky too, but deer jerky for years.
I'm the
And
one to making, but you're the
well,
one to
before I
eat.
knew Mel, and she took over all the operations, kitchen ninja, right? And clean 2 fish tanks, paint them halfway. I have to check that out. Got the maintenance. So so yeah, I would make a lot of jerky, give it to my daughters. Man, they loved it, and I'd bring it over here to the Philippines. It'd be gone in no time. I got a funny story though. So we made up a bunch of jerky. Mel did, and helped them with her, and we brought it over here. And she's going to share this jerky to the family. It's going to be a family experience to have beef jerky, right?
Yeah.
So she gives them this big old Ziploc bag full of
Beef jerky.
beef jerky.
Yes.
And you know what they did? They soaked it up, rehydrated it, and made beef tapa.
Actually, I cook them, you know.
They made beef tapa dinner out of it.
Yeah.
It's like to them it was, and they're like, that was some really tough beef.
Oh, that's funny.
They just tried to rehydrate it and use it in a dish. I'm like, don't go through the trouble of making any more jerky and giving it in.
You're not used to it.
Yeah, they tried to soak it up. They're like, man, we thought y'all had good beef in Texas. This stuff's tough. That's funny. This is, by the way, I'm Ernie's object of, of affection right now. Ed's model madness. Ernie's the object of affection. What's that story? Let's see. Top is out of jerky, bet that was fun. Yeah, yeah. And probably salty. Pre-spice.
Yes.
Well, I tell you, we were really enjoying you all joining in here with us. So yesterday, Yeah, that's right. You're married, so you're having an open affair on YouTube right now. Um,
Yeah.
Yesterday, we picked up some solar panels, and we stopped by this little shop, and I decided to support a small local business. So there's these big solar companies right here in Iloilo, like they get major contracts on these huge jobs, and they're doing good for themselves, right? One of them's owned by a foreigner, and he's a little pricey. They know their stuff now. They do good work, but I wasn't needing work done. I was just needing to buy parts. But I decided, you know what? I'm gonna look for the small guy that's out there trying to grow, that's maybe doing some small home projects, and I want to support the small guy. And so, Mel don't understand my intentions always when I'm doing these things, and I'm like, the big people's pockets are already deep. I need to put some money in the person with the shallow pocket. So we caught them at hours they were closed, but you know what? They probably were staying right there living in the business, and they came to the door. We visited with them. I ordered some solar panels from them. They went and picked them up from whoever their distributor is, and and yesterday we met with them to get them, and they just went ahead and delivered them to me. They already had them loaded on their van, all the hardware and stuff for them. So they're in our garage. We just can't put them up until this weather passes again. But the reason we're trying to get it up is I refuse to connect to the power company over there, even though the line's right front across the property. I just refuse to. If I'm going to make it off grid, it's going to be off grid the whole time. So in my eyes, that electrical line don't even exist there. We might as well be way back in the mountains. And we're going to be building. We need to use some power tools. And so I'm needing to use hammer drill, circular saw for cutting form boards and stuff. A little small inverter type welder. Have those battle-born batteries? Yeah,
Say Dar. Hello, Darrell.
yeah. There's Daryl. There's Daryl. He done snuck in at some point, and I didn't even see him. Hello, Daryl. And fellow Texan, what's up?
Yep.
You know, I'm gonna keep my head leaned back because I couldn't find my caps that I wanted to wear this morning. And the only thing I could find, a cap that I liked in here had a logo of Chicago on it. So I'll just keep my head leaned up, or maybe I should put some black tape across there. You know what? Caps here, they're funny. They look like a crab crawling away. You know, you see a little crab run across the ground and disappear. Well, my caps crawl around and disappear here. They crawl right on top of other people's heads.
You can tell.
So anyway, we got to have power tools, and so what I'm going to do is put just enough panels and one of these inverters up right now to operate our basic needs for building the house. And then once the house is done, we'll go full-fledged with it up on top of the roof. But we decided we're going to build over the top of that garage first and go ahead and get some rooms there. We still don't know if a big typhoon was to come through here. We still don't know if this place is safe, and we want to go ahead and know that we got a place to get our stuff out of here and get into. So we're going to do one side of the project over the top of that garage right now and make us maybe like where the kitchen and a spare bedroom is going to be. Make them a kitchen and a temporary bedroom for us in case we have to evacuate this house. I'm telling you, if one of those big typhoons comes through, I just don't know how well this is going to weather now. So let's see what else is going on. Don't forget the thumbs up, everyone. Hey, appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Did you already talk?
It says he's outside prepping for this hurricane. Sorry, missed the start. Yeah, I was talking about the hurricane coming in, you know, and there's Denny B right there. Hey, Denny, you slid in on me too. That's right, Texan. That's right. Hook 'em horns. Hook 'em horns. You know it, right? You see, look at this. Look here. I bought this right here in the little local mall up the street, Gasino Mall. It's probably a bootleg shirt, But look at there, boy. Dickies, Fort Worth, Lone Star State. Ignore this. This is all muscle. I think that's fat. But man, to be right up here in the Philippines and right up the street find a Texas style shirt. Yeah, I got to grab that up. So they had to do a little digging to find something to fit this big body. Yeah, that's right. Hook 'em. Man, I've brought so many caps here through the years. And for a long time, I had a Texas Longhorn hat here. I like an old wore down hat, and man, they disappear out of here every time. It's funny. The family's excited to get something, but they should ask. They should ask. Well, her brother recently asked for a cap. I had a cap come up missing. He said, "Hey, bro, you still want that brown cap?" And I said, "What brown cap? The one that was in there in my closet?" "Yeah." I said, "But that cap's not in there anymore. You already took it, didn't you?" "Yeah, can I have it?" I'm like, "You already took it. You're already wearing it. Why are you asking now?" So sure, go ahead, keep that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have me a locking cabinet vault for caps. They really enjoy to get some of the caps that I bring. It's all right, it's fun for them. They get something different besides just this local stuff around here. I know they just get excited. We share a lot of stuff to them, for real. We do. Surprise, you can fit in Mel's shirt. What the heck? I don't think if Mel wore this shirt, she look like she's wearing drapes over a big old window. Oh my goodness. Where'd you go, Mel? She's changing clothes. We're not gonna get X-rated on here. Right behind that door, some crazy stuff happening. Ernie, Ernie steals all your shirts. I bet, man. Mel, she would even try to wear some of my shirts in Texas long ago. She would be rolling the sleeve up as far as she could and tying it in the front, but it still looked jumbo on her. I used to not be this big though, guys. Man, Melinda did this to me. Are you considering visiting James and Lipa? I would like. I have followed James up there in Lipa, James and Ness, and we've wrote messages back and forth with each other, and he's a great guy, I tell you, and a talented guy too, right? Very talented guy. We would like to get up that way. We thought that we might try this time. We arrived in the Philippines 4 days ahead of James and Ness, doing them coming back from the Carolinas there. So they were busy when they arrived, and we've been busy. But I definitely would like to go up and visit with James. And heck, if they ever had time loose, them to come down here. Really great people, I tell you. You know what? Y'all explore James. If you're talking about James there, go to his channel, go down and look at who he subscribed to. You'll find he's got another channel, and it's got some old videos of him and his wife and the son playing music in bars. My girl wears my shirts as sexy dresses. Yeah, that's cute when they do that, isn't it? And hold on, I'll catch you over there in just a second about O'Brien and Bahal. But man, you'll see that James, man, he was like me. He put on, puffed up a lot of weight and stuff like this. You'll be surprised. You see how skinny he is now, how much weight he had on back in those older videos. But the Philippines does tend to make you eat better, and maybe the heat too. It's not been real hot here, but I do tend to start losing weight when I come here, and even this trip I've started losing weight. But you're right there. A good woman is going to make you fat. Melinda's
Living
family's
in the
doing
fat.
pretty good. They are just everybody here. They got their daily routine. I could write it down and give it to
Yeah,
you like a perfect itinerary. They have you ever watched that movie Groundhog Day? You know, where every day is just like the same day over and over again, just slight variations. That's kind of like it is with Melinda's family. They got a set routine. They go through the exact same motions every single day. Yeah, every single day, and you can just count on it like clockwork. You know, at this time you're going to hear the well pump start up in the morning out there early, maybe 3:45 in the morning. You're going to hear those big
pumping.
pumping and wash pans, and
Pumping,
laundry's
yes.
already being started done at 3 something in the
In the
morning.
morning, yeah.
Yeah,
Especially
and
if there's a school.
on from there, you're gonna know when you're gonna start smelling the smoke from them heating up a pot of water over an open fire, pouring it up in a big thermos, so everybody has hot water. I mean, on and on. That's Mel's family. They just have a routine right
And
down
besides
to
of
the
that,
dot.
it's also for the roasters, also making
Yeah, the roosters have a
noise.
routine always. I think that's global.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, I gain weight watching
watching
Mel
Mel's
cook.
cook because that's always good. My
Oh my
goodness.
goodness,
Sorry
boy.
about that, Ernie.
Man, I tell you, if I showed y'all all the food, you just wouldn't believe. I've
There's
got
the
I've got a lot of
evidence.
food stuff recorded that I never even put up. I'm like, man, I'm gonna give all of our subscribers a heart attack. Is there a Popeyes over there? Well, I'm not sure. Not now down in our region here, I haven't seen one. I do know in Hong Kong I've seen Popeyes. It's right there in the airport.
Yeah, no.
Wouldn't want to go in that airport right now, boy. I don't know if y'all know it, but man, Hong Kong is still under siege with protesters. They are mad at the Chinese government, and I don't blame them. I think they're almost the border wanting to break completely free of China. But aside of that, I haven't seen Popeyes here. Uh, we do have KFC, and KFC is really good here. And no, we don't have that madness. My friend Patrick back in the U.S. wrote me and said, "Do you know about the throwdown going on between Chick-fil-A and Popeyes?" I said, "I have no clue. You know, first world problems, my friends. First world problems."
Yeah, funny.
Over here we have the throwdown between Jollibee Chicken, and KFC. Yeah, that's the rivals in the chicken market here. It's Kentucky Fried Chicken versus Jollibee, and I tell you what, KFC's got their work cut out for them because Jollibee's got some good chicken, and it's a
Yeah,
Filipino
they're really good.
franchise that's going global now. I mean, even right there in Texas, there's one in Houston, Texas now, and boy, Jollibee's got some good chicken. But I'll tell you what, KFC's got better chicken here than they do in the United States. I don't care nothing about eating KFC in the U.S. But KFC here is good like it was in the U.S. long ago. So whatever they're doing over there with you guys now, y'all need to pull their ear and tell them to do it over here. Did you see the Whataburger video I sent you? Daryl, I have no clue about that. How did you send it to me? What? Did you send me a deep dish Whataburger commercial? Whataburger deep dish. Yeah. Oh, I'll go check that. Sometimes I don't always go to that Facebook. I just don't always go there. We've got a couple others that send me messages, and I'm so slow and lazy on that. Did you get my email? Man, I think I got some catching up to do. I tell you what, y'all gotta remember, we've been without internet for days, other than when I was up at the mall and hijacked it. Made Melinda stand there by a handrail while we tried to finish uploading a video to you guys, and I tried to pay some bills online. Man, I tell you, we are dependent on that internet. that's how I managed my life back in the U.S. too. You know, we got business and bills back home, and but without internet, I'm gonna be paying some late fees or get some cutoffs. So I had to get that taken care of. But Yellow Cab Pizza, yeah, Yellow Cab Pizza is good here. It
Yeah, I
actually is.
love yellow card too.
Chow King too, yeah. You know, Chow King and Jollibee, they're own. That's the same company, and Jollibee Corporation now franchised for Burger King here. So when you see Burger Kings here now in the Philippines, which me and Melinda just ate at while we shot up you a video, we also hijacked Burger King's Wi-Fi and had big old Whopper. So man, it was good. Um, yeah, Jollibee Corporation is who's brought in Wendy's here into the Philippines, I believe, and they brought in Burger King. Um, Jollibee is the first food franchise that has gave McDonald's a run for their money. They actually beat McDonald's out here in the Philippines, and McDonald's can't stand it, boy. They can't stand it. They're trying to put in. It's like a race of who can put in the most locations now. Jesus. So Jollibee answered back by doing a contract with some other American franchises, and so okay, we're going to hit you every direction. We're going to put Burger Kings, Wendy's, heck, everything. We're going to stick all your competition and us, and good for us if we want to eat American fast food. But I've got the Kitchen Ninja right there. The
That's
Kitchen
right. Save
Ninja.
more money, more healthy if you're cooking home.
CC Ryder. Did CC Ryder make it in here? He sure
Yeah,
did.
Sissy.
CC Ryder's in the house. I tell you what, I couldn't ask better timing for us to shot this video up.
Mm-hmm.
Our whole family's right here. We love you guys. We
Thank
love
you
you guys.
guys.
Boy, how's your friend Rooster? AKA will be the Vittles. I have dreams at night of doing very, very bad things to that rooster outside. The Joker gets on my nerves.
What is that?
That rooster running around outside. That Joker, he's so hyper. My goodness, all day long. Up and over and through everything.
Besides of that, there's a ducks.
Yeah, he is he's trying to be Romeo and chase every chick in town, boy, and he's busy. No wonder he's a skinny rooster. Yeah. Yep, he will be Vittle someday. I tell you what, Melinda's mom, she fixed up some good native chicken here. And some good dishes with that. Coconut hit James in the head. My head is like a coconut. What are you talking about? Hey, one of your brothers got hit in the head with a coconut before, though, didn't he?
Yeah, my brother. One of my brothers.
Yeah, man, that sucker will crack your skull, kill you, boy.
Oh yeah, there's
Yeah.
many people killed by that.
Yeah. You thought the sense was going to turn out different about the dreams. I don't dream of chicken like that. I had the Kitchen Ninja sleeping next to me. I don't need those kind of dreams. She has a baseball bat on the other side of the bed. I have to watch out even in my dreams what I'm dreaming about. This chick will get me in line. It's a family channel. Yeah, I tell you, we get on out and try to enjoy anyway here, storms or not. I'm not trying to be insensitive to the U.S., but I will give a comparison here. In the U.S., when there's storms coming, man, y'all make it so intense. You know, you news companies out there, it's like super intense, man. I mean, they'll wear a story out, and they build it just as big as they can get. Like, we're watching a video last night with one of the news stations back in Florida, and man, they were out at a beach there, and they're like, and if you look here at the grass on the beach, you can see the leaves blowing. And it was just like a light, gentle breeze. and he was trying to make it dramatic. I'm not playing down that it's not a serious thing brewing out there, but man, they just wear out trying to make a story. But we don't have that here, do we? I mean, I'll just say there's a signal 3, signal 4, signal 1, whatever storm out there brewing, and that's it. You know, this is where it's going to pass through. That's it. There's no brought to you live out here with the hats blowing backwards and all that. We don't have all that drama here, and we kind of laugh about it a little bit. Like, man, they just that media back in the U.S. I mean, they take everything and blow it up big. But the fact is, there's still a pretty nasty storm out there right now, and at least they do warn people enough that it helps out. So what else we got going on here? Oh, that's right. It's all about the ratings and the almighty dollar. All right. Well, how long will we be in the Philippines? Well, I didn't feel like we were ready to go yet. We were originally scheduled to go on back to the U.S. On September the 5th. And what am I going to go home to? Well, in September right now, they're at time of year. It's still hot. It's dry. There's not much to do. We're just going to go back there and probably go into a state of depression. We've done it before, right?
Mm-hmm.
And asking ourselves, why are we here right now? Like when we landed back there in February. Nothing to do besides freeze your tail off. So, day before yesterday, or maybe yesterday morning, I called American Airlines and extended our time here longer. And decided I'm going to continue right on with the work over there, and we're going to stay here longer because this was just probably one of the shortest trips that we were going to have done in a long time. And yeah, so we're staying here for a while. Y'all two coconuts are made for each other. I tell you what, we have our moments though that we argue. Boy, we do. That we do have our moments that we argue.
Yeah, but now we're really past for that.
Yeah. But Melinda keeps plenty of things sitting around and hit me over the head with, though.
It's just a new marriage, you know. So
yeah. Actually, we do.
We're still adjusting.
We do pretty good. Boy, when we first got married, we both tried to test each other's boundaries, boy, for real.
So what's that? Oh, I think
what does it say? What time is it there? Yeah, you keep hearing that rooster, right? The Vettles, he's out there just taunting right now. He probably knew y'all was talking about it. Well, it is 8:07 a.m. And, boy, I tell you, I wish I could get strong Wi-Fi up here on the flat roof on the deck. Maybe I'll check it out and see. And we can do a live broadcast where y'all can see the beach and the water behind. How about that?
I think
we'll try that one.
Asking if I have a spicy recipe. Actually, you know, I don't have.
Man, she makes a nice spicy chili crab.
That one, yeah. Okay,
she makes a nice spicy chili crab with she will crush those peppers right here fresh herself. Oh my God. She made some I fell in love with. Then the next time she tried to shortcut it, and she's gonna put some made up in a bottle chili crab sauce in there. And she didn't tell me that, and the second that I ate it, I'm like, this isn't like what you made before.
Yeah, when I first look, it's making my own, you know,
and
sauce.
she said, well, I didn't make my own. And I'm like, don't ever use that bottle again. Throw that bottle away. Throw it away. And
yeah, next time
and stick with your own, man. And man, she makes, and she'll do chili crab, those chili shrimp. If we don't have crab, my God, I'm telling you. Do a video where Amber can learn how to cook. She needs all the help she can get.
No spicy.
They decided they want Mondays with Melinda cooking show. It's been unanimous that all subscribers decided they want a Mondays with Melinda cooking show. Yeah. So so every Monday it'll be your time to go to the kitchen and give all of our viewers cholesterol problems. I'm not going to pay for your cholesterol meds when this is all said and done, okay? You're on your own. You're on your own. Um, whatever damage I do to your figures out there with this little kitchen ninja, put Mel on the spot. That's right. Mel's cooking show. I'm for it. I tell you what, she impresses me. You know,
Oh, they really want me to Mondays my cooking show.
yeah, you're kind of slow there right now, huh?
Yeah,
Still early
I'm still
morning.
reading it.
Here, drink more. You got any more coffee? What are you drinking?
No more coffee. Water.
Oh, just water? I thought maybe you had
Yes.
some of that fresh crushed ginger. Um, yeah, let's see, what does it say? All we need.
Just hold on.
Hold on just a second. Bro needs the keys to the shop. Here you go, man. Well, yeah, morning time routine here.
Yeah.
You want to come on over here and be on camera?
Just
Here.
say
You want to
hi.
get the keys over here? You want to get the keys over here?
Say hi.
This is
The
my
guy.
right hand.
It's my brother.
It's my right hand man right here. This is Marvin. I know you love his shirt, right? This is living the easy life. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, cool. He is over preparing Crystal Gal, our lone pump boat, to get it out on the water to go fishing. And so, what do you got to work on today on it? That putting that bamboo down the side.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's got outriggers, out on the side on those pump boats that keep it stable. And one of them was kind of getting bad and was a little short because he cut it short the last time we put one on it. So it was kind of gimpy. It had one short wing. And so we got another huge bamboo yesterday, and I guess he's going to go over and get on that. And I'm looking forward to getting out in the water and bringing in some fresh fish.
Yes.
Y'all like that. I'm going to let him get on over there. I'll see you soon.
Okay.
Marvin needs a book.
Yeah. How did we meet? Well, we did a video on that once before, but I was here in the Philippines and I have this friend named Jonel up in Molo, which he's kind of aggravated with me. I haven't been up to see him lately. And ditched that Green Bay mug. Hey, that mug gets abused around here like a stepchild. And I was with Jonel and his wife and his brother, and they said, let's go to the beach on a Sunday. I said, where are we going to go? And they said, well, about an hour out of the city here is Tigbawa, and they got some beaches out there. And we went out here, and I met Mel right out here, right down the beach from her house. And I only
went to chaperone with my sister.
We've been there, or we've been together ever since then. We met then, and we started dating from that day on. And before you know it, we was married. And next thing you know, she's in the U.S. and we've just rocked right on from there. When it's good, it's good. That's just all I can say. When it's good, it's good. I had no clue that I was going to meet somebody that changed my life that day. That's the best way about it right there. Right? When it's just spontaneous like that, that's awesome. So that's how I met this little cutie.
Kitty bunny.
Yeah. It was all innocent on the up and up. Yeah. On the up and up.
I just knew.
Yeah. It is, and we've celebrated many of our anniversaries right there where we met. I think only last year did we miss celebrating our anniversary there.
Only that year, only last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah,
right.
we always celebrate right back, and now we own part of the beachfront right by where we met. Yeah, we can look right down the beach and see where we met each other. So that's pretty cool too. So let's see what it's saying. Many of you had, let's see, you may have not had no idea you met someone. She's going to snag you up. She had no clue either. She had no clue that she's about to meet someone too. Yeah, it's just the way it was.
David, kids in the near future.
Let's see. Everybody in the chat, if you want to host, or James here, see your question. Put it in all caps. Put it in all caps. I tell you what, there's a lot passing by. I'm trying to see it all. It's kind of tough when it's scrolling on by there, and I'm slow. So I'm seeing what CC Ryder's putting there. He's still giving me the coconut joke. Kids in the near future, that's all in God's hands. That's in right. God's hands. Yell at him. Well, I must have missed something here. Foreigners are prime meat over there. Yeah. Well, I can tell you this. Mel didn't approach me. I approached her. She didn't give a crap about me.
Yeah, I don't approach him.
She didn't have that seeking out a foreigner in her eyes. She was actually doing something with the church that day. She's
actually,
such a little...
I don't expect that I'm falling in love with him.
Yeah.
Joke.
She was being a little saint that day, doing some volunteering at the church.
Yeah, it's a saint, but just a one horn.
Yeah, and then she met the devil. Yeah. From Mississippi, I understand slow. Well, hey, these guys, you gotta understand this stuff rolling on by.
Ernie, yeah, you're right. James is used to talking to the camera.
Yeah.
He's not shy.
She said, look at that coconut American dude. What? CC. We do laugh with my bald head when I'm out there swimming in the water. I look just like a coconut floating out there. Yeah. There's Gary Slowpoke.
Yeah.
Hey, I hope we can meet whenever I'm back in Iloilo, or y'all back in Texas. I'm down in Houston doing medical crap at the VA Surgical Oncology. Hey, well, good luck with that right there. And you definitely in our prayers with that. And if you're down there in Houston, don't forget Jolly Bee. It's right there.
Yeah,
Jolly Bee. Cue ball. Yeah, cue ball. Hello from Tyler, Texas. I put on a family shrimp bowl this weekend. 15 pounds of fresh Gulf shrimp.
Subscriber from Texas.
Yeah, man. I love those shrimp. Man, I tell you what, a straight up shrimp bowl is really good. Really, Manny started his own cryptocurrency? I have to check that out. I guess when you got that kind of jack, you can, right? Well, Gary, back to you real quick, Gary. Man, we would be more than happy to meet up at some point in time. Just stay in contact with us, and maybe the stars will line up right, and we can do that. So I'm going to stay looking here trying to read some of these comments, because it's hard to look up there and do it. Since y'all are giving me some noise here. 15 pounds. I can eat that by myself. Wow. Man, I tell you, those shrimp are so good. The party's at Timothy White's. I hear that. Where was the invite at? Where was the invite? Man, Gary, do you ever like just going to those little small eateries here, step away from the fast food places, man? There's some great just little mom and pop eateries here sometimes with some good Filipino food. Let me ask you that. Who's ate some good dishes like, of course we all eat these adobos, right? What about the pig blood, huh? How you say it?
Diniguan.
Diniguan, yeah. Who's had that? The pig blood soup. With little chopped up in entrails all inside of it.
Yep.
Huh? If you were in Terrell right now, I would have invited you. Well, I'm not in Terrizal right now. My little gangster town of Texas. So, yeah, I wonder how Terrell's doing back there with their land grab they're trying to do. Trying to suck all the countryside underneath the permits, rules, and strip away the freedoms of my fellow country folk. Yeah, I'm mad with Terrell right now. My hometown back in Terrell's trying to do a big land grab out around the city. I know growth happens, but man, they're grabbing up about a farmland, people, homesteaders, people just enjoying simple farm life and putting them underneath the umbrella of rules and restrictions and permits and policing and you can't do this and you can't do that. And I'm mad about it. I am. They are running it right up within feet to a 100-acre property that we farm, and I I hate seeing that. I hate seeing it because I know how they act and behave there already. We need to start shooting politicians again, man. I ain't gonna condole shooting, but I'll keep my thoughts in my mind. I'll keep them in my mind. Oh man, we love crawfish, boy.
A
We
lot
do.
too.
And that's what I was going to tell y'all about Melinda when trying to keep up with these comments here. How about a balut buffet? Daryl, have you ever ate balut? Have you ate it? That little baby duck? You crunch down that little duck head? Have you done it? Huh? Like buying up Texas farm and sending the beef back. Um, there's a burn ban right now, huh? I bet there is. Boy, I bet there is. And man, I have a lot of farmland. I'm always nervous if somebody breaks that rule. We've already seen them burn up crops and pastures and had nothing to feed the cows before. Talking about China, you are right. Uh, China, there is some Chinese bought up a huge farm down the road from me, a huge amount of land. And then they bought another section just down the road from there, and you always wonder what is their intent with that. So um, I like their rules right here in the Philippines, man. I mean, I know. Listen, y'all, listen to me for a second. All you back in the U.S., listen to me for a second. They're pretty smart here, smarter than people probably give them credit for. Their rules and their constitution and their acts in this country is to protect their sovereignty here. And that's something we're not doing back in the US. I, as a foreigner, cannot own here. I can co own with my wife, but if the poop hits the fan and the chips fall, it's going to lean to Melinda's favor. That's just the way it is. And a foreigner can't own, period. And there's big like McDonald's here. They got to be part Filipino owned, just like that Burger King I was talking about. It's run and operated by the Jollibee franchise, but Burger King can't come over here solitarily and put in any of these outside international corporations. Have to be major owned by a Filipino firm or a group of Filipinos, protecting their sovereignty. Protecting their sovereignty. And they don't want foreigners buying up land. A foreigner can own a condo. That's right. You can only own a condo. And you can't even own the condo on the bottom floor. So say if it's a condo building, there's a condo available at ground level, at grass level. You can't own that one. You can only own them up. And even if you own a condo here, the majority of the residents, the owners in that condo building have to be Filipinos. They have a law prescribed they can only sell so many condos to foreigners inside one building. And it just goes on and on. They're protecting their sovereignty. You can't just come here and go to work. The work is for the Filipinos. I I just wish that our country would understand that. I just wish that they would. Um, I wish the Americans would understand what the Filipinos are smart to do for that. And tell you what, they don't have much of an immigration problem here either. They will round you up and they will detain you and they will send you out of the country here. Um, so when I see what's going on back home compared to what I see happening here, um, you've got to have a little control. How can somebody that's not even legal in our country own all of our property, or outside foreign interests own all of our property? What makes us a nation without any rules or restrictions? So that's my opinion. Um, I you've got to have some boundaries there. Yeah. So I don't understand it, but I understand their laws and what they're doing here, and kudos to them. As an American here, I don't cuss and rant saying, "Oh, that ain't fair that I can't own here." I respect it. I just do. I respect it. It's their rules, and I just go with it and respect it, and just try to think, am I making a wrong decision here on my investments, and just move on with it. I think it's a fair rule. I think it's a smart rule they have here. Absolutely do. And they're having a little bit of problem with some Chinese here in the Philippines right now, and they're up there voting right now to make a move on that. Yeah, and they're saying nope, there's too many Chinese pouring in here right now, and we're about to restrict it down. And so they're changing the visa policy and the entry policies and all, trying to, as we speak right now, up in the powerful government offices here. They're working pretty fast at it, and they're saying there's Chinese illegal workers coming in that's come in on a tourist visa and then stealing the work. And this country here don't mess around about it. I'm telling you now. You find yourself sitting in jail for a long while before you even get your day for deportation here. And there's nobody here crying about it. And there's no news stations sitting at the jails where they're detaining the illegal immigrants crying for them either. It's part of it. You came here and you came in here illegal. You came in here with malicious intent and to break the rules. So you're going to serve a little time in jail here before you get deported. And you will get deported, and you will get blacklisted, and they'll do biometrics on you. And they do that in the U.S. somewhat too, but it's just got a little too lax. I know y'all are hearing my conservative side, but I'm just saying like it is. In Thailand, if you get in a dispute with a local, let's see, what does it say? If you get in a dispute with a local, the local's always right because foreigners shouldn't have been there. That's the way it should be in America. I tell you what, that's right. Our president here, I call him our president because I'm proud of this tough son of a gun we got right here. Duterte, man, I tell you what, brass balls, brass balls. He put a rule, man. You're just disrespectful with an official here. It don't matter if it's a fireman, a policeman, an immigration officer, a barangay captain, anything. If you're disrespectful with them here, you're out of here. Period. You show disrespect, Coast Guard officer, any official, period, any official of any type, you show disrespect and try to throw up an arrogant, cocky attitude or aggression with them, you are out. You are out of here. You're going to be detained. You're going to be run through the system. You're going to be sent out of here to never ever return.
This example that the Chinese woman.
Yeah, they had a Chinese woman recently. What she threw?
Tao, like yogurt.
Yeah, she threw like yogurt and all in an official's face. Out of here. Out of here.
Yeah, I think she's deported though. Deported.
Yeah, so they will not deal with disrespect. Period. None at all. There's going to be no leniency on it. And they've already proved that they're serious about it. Yeah. So it says, good for the government over there, respect. Amen. An illegal immigrant in the U.S. has more rights than I do. Sadly so, that's happening back there in the beloved U.S. right now. I don't understand it. You said you like Delton Holler. Well, first of all, Delton, I'm just now seeing you, and Delton, appreciate you joining us here very much. And Delton, you said you like to rent yourself. I tell you, I explained it to
Tourist.
I explained to
It
my wife
has.
that there's beneficial things here for foreigners renting here. I've tried to tell a friend of mine that I brought here from the U.S. He's like, I'm gonna buy a place. I said, well, you're not. Well, I'll put it in my girlfriend's name. Well, you're a fool. And I said, man, just rent. Man, you can rent a big, bad to the bone place here. Live like a king. I mean, servants' quarters, everything. You can even have gardener here, uh, a driver here. You can have everything on what just your. Uh, you'd be surprised that you can pay for $1,000 a month here in this country. You can live like a king for real. Uh,
Yeah, that's
we have
right.
family in Talisay, Cebu. Yeah, another Visayan
Unless
family.
I
Yeah,
say,
that's right.
yeah,
So,
Visayas.
yeah, uh, I'm a proud Texan Southern boy in the U.S. and I'm a proud Visayan boy in the Philippines. I'm a foreigner here, but I'm so proud of this country that I consider myself a little bit a part of them, and so I'm always a proud Visayan here, the heart of the Philippines. Chinese students are not very friendly or clean.
Yeah, they're really bad.
In the beautiful Baraka Island, which is a world class top 10 destination of the world for a beach. There were some Chinese immigrants there recently, and they let their child poop on the beach that they just spent so much work environmentally cleaning.
Hmm.
It was caught by other tourists there, videoed it. They let the little child poop right there on the beach and clean their butt right there in the water on the beach in front of all the other
Yeah.
tourists. They had to shut down Station One of that beach area. They did an environmental shutdown of the whole beach area down through there until they could
Yeah, but
contain and clean up where that poop was at. They don't mess around about it here now. I'm telling you, the rules are changing. Philippines is trying to clean up. They had a, a rap of being dirty for a long while. There's still some dirty places, but I'm going to tell you what, this new administration is not no joke. I wish that our president would not have hands wrapped around his neck and was able to handle things like this president here can. Uh, he speaks, it happens. He says what he wants, it happens. And he's making change here that is pouring so many foreigners in from around the world. So many. They thought that what he was doing here was going to drive all the foreigners away. Governments were posting this as a dangerous place to come to. Don't go there. Extrajudicial killings. No, man. Instead, it cleaned it up and more foreigners poured in here because it's actually a safer place. I tell you, I'll walk the streets here late at night, even in downtown Manila.
yeah, it's more safer
I'll
actually.
walk the streets at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning there in downtown Manila and out in some what they call shanty slum areas before I will walk some of the places of my own home area at those hours. So, yeah, uh, he got the attention here. Hey, I tell you what, there was a bunch of skinny Filipinos here that when they started doing those extrajudicial things and going after the drugs, you saw a bunch of skinny Filipinos get fat really quick, boy, because you were targeted even as a user, not just a dealer, not a pusher, even as a user. And man, you want to talk about an instant rehab program. There was people here that you knew exactly all of a sudden who the users were because they went from being skinny to thick and plump super fast. Yeah, like it's time I change. It worked. It worked. I tell you, it worked. Um, I, you just got to keep. You got to keep control. That's why we have leadership. Leadership and government is to help protect your people. and make good decisions for them, not bad decisions for them, not selfish decisions for them, for yourself, but as a whole. And that's what this president here right now is doing. He's looking at the people as a whole, and he says, you know, that that pusher out there is a killer, just like one of those mass shooters back there in the U.S. right now, and they're going to be dealt with just like that mass shooter. What did they do with this last one in Abilene? Did he get to go look at TV in a jail cell now? No. So kudos for that too. I know I'm ranting a little bit. I'm just telling y'all the truth. This country here rules with an iron fist, but yet they're fun and loving at the same time. Two-bit. Yeah. Man, I tell you what, it's a beautiful day. No matter what. Let me open the blinds here. It's a beautiful day here. The wind settled down for a little bit at the moment. Y'all want to see outside and see the coconut trees? Look right up there. Beautiful day. And we're hoping to get out and do a little island exploring here in just the next few days that these storms will pass. We're wanting to go island hopping with the Hilux Surf, the Toyota Hilux Surf. But yesterday was our plans to leave, and man, we looked and the water was churning and rolling, and I said, I'm not getting on a ferry with the water like that. No way. No way. Yeah, my father was fun and loving and would beat the hell out of me if I did wrong. Ain't that the truth? Boy, I tell you, I got my share of beatings. I'm sure I deserved it too. Melinda got them too. Boy, her mom, man, if y'all knew the stories how her mom got her in line, y'all think it was straight up child abuse. But I said, Melinda's tough, stone-headed person though. I bet her mom had a lot of stress with Melinda. Yeah, boy. She said that it'd make them kneel down on rock salt. Boy, that sounds Gustavo.
Yep, kneel
But
down.
then I got to remembering my
Not
parents.
the rocks, to the salt.
Yeah, on rock salt. That's what I'm talking about, on salt. Yeah. And well, I remember my mom, she's a sweet woman, boy. And sweet woman. Man, I love my mom. And when it come to doing wrong and acting up as a child, though, I tell you what, it was corporal punishment. I ain't joking. It was. Woo! Man, I was skipping school before in the U.S., and I kept skipping school. And they finally, you know, had me in the office, in the principal's office, and my dad was there, and they asked my dad's permission to give me licks. I was going to get a few days suspension and get licks. And my dad said, well, just do it. And boy, that principal and vice principal, the principal asked the vice principal, help me move this desk. And I'm like, what? Boy, I picked up each side of that desk and moved it on one side of the room so he could get some good full swing on my butt. Oh my God, it felt like my tailbone broke. Man, they gave me such hard licks. My dad said, if you still suspend him after just hitting him that hard, we're going to have a problem. And so I ended up not getting suspension. I ended up just getting those hard licks. Oh my God. It was life-changing, I tell you, man. It was life-changing. Man, oh man. And that principal, you know, I grew up as an adult, and I had a lot of respect for him. He rattled my cage, and I needed it. And I stopped skipping school and actually became an honor student after that. So it worked, right? It worked. You have no desire to go to Boracay? Timothy, how long has it been since you've been to Boracay? It's not the same place anymore, is it?
It's a new Boracay.
It is literally a new Boracay. They've cleaned it up. They got rid of the illicit women strolling around there, vendors out everywhere. the
Yeah,
crowded
I've
beach.
been
They
there.
cleaned it up. It is a nice little paradise. They they cleaned up the sewer systems. They cleaned up everything. They destroyed illegal businesses. Um, Things built out on government property. They cleaned it up, cleaned it up. They rehabbed it, and it is a beautiful, pretty place and relaxing right now. So I don't know, Timothy, when you've been there, but might want to give it a look
I
again.
have no desire.
You got
Yeah, like
three
Boracay
whippings
was
at
also
school
different.
and two at home. Man, that's right there. That is a quick reminder right there, CC. Yes, our teachers use wooden paddles and fiberglass paddles. Did y'all have those paddles? Did they drill the holes in it? I mean, so the wind could whistle through it as it come by. Yeah, man, that's the thing. I go home, my mom will get me, and then sometimes my dad come in later and get me again.
Yeah, me
Woo,
too.
man, yep. Let's see, my stepdad be telling me if I wouldn't even shed a tear. My mom barely touched me, and I start bawling. Your mom knew how to deal it, huh? Yeah. Uh, that's we all survived it. We're all here chatting, right? Every one of us, we survived the years of the butt whoopings. And a few years ago, they tried to have a deal here saying that you were gonna be in trouble if you spanked your child. And people got scared here to spank their child, but it was only a rumor. Somebody proposed that bill. That bill was shot down, and you can still spank your child here. Yeah, you still can. And
It's only for discipline,
yeah,
but not hard, you know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We had solid paddles, and Dad had the skinny belt for the back of my legs. You'd be dancing around, and that belt hitting you in the back of those legs and hitting your hands. You try to put your hands back there and stop that belt. Whap! Right across the hand, too. I bet you know that one. Ooh, boy, it teach you to dance like Michael Jackson, right? Okay, so right there, Timothy, that's what they don't have there anymore. Um, they don't have that drinking out there on the beach anymore. They got tourist police there now, okay? And these tourist police aren't there to beat you up as a tourist. They're there to keep everybody safe and just keep you in line.
Plus,
And
a lot
they
of
they don't have those staggering around drunk people on the beach there now. I'm telling you, they cleaned it
yeah,
up.
and mostly, some of the bars there, they shut down.
Yep, they sure did. They
Yeah.
shut down a lot of those wild, crazy bars, all of that. I rather, let's see. Yeah, it was Texas Shooter. I tell you what, I'm so sick of reading about those stories. Um, it's sad, sad. I rather had my dad with me than my mom. Dad, if you hollered, some he would stop. Mom would stop when she was satisfied. Oh my goodness, that is so true. That is so true. I tell you what, I love my mom so much. It was punishment enough for me sometimes just to know I broke her heart. Uh, that was enough. If I had her upset and sad, I felt so guilty later that that was a lot of punishment me alone. It's just breaking my mama's heart.
My mom really whooped my ass.
Really whooped it, huh?
Yeah, like when I went to school, you have a lot of scars here.
Did she do a caning on you, Melinda? Did you get a caning done on you? Man. Melinda would have a problem of running off and hiding and disappearing, right? She
Yeah, I
knew
was disappear.
she knew if the discipline was about to come down on her that she's going to disappear. So her mama put her in a rice sack and hung her on a pole.
Yeah, and tied me, overnight. And then sometimes, I disappear, and then at the night come, where I sleep? I sleep under our house.
She would hide underneath the house and sleep with the dogs.
Yeah, underneath.
Yeah, her mama hung her up in a rice sack so she couldn't disappear.
Oh.
uh,
No, my mom whooped my ass when I go back when
Pine,
I go back to school.
Piney Haven wrote something that just brought back a memory. My mama would send us out to cut our own switches. Man, me and my cousins, that's what our granny would do. My mom's mom and my mom's dad both. All of us cousins, we spent a lot of time with them. All of us cousins did, and good people. But we loved them, and they took us camping, traveling around the U.S. and stuff. And great grandparents, best grandparents you could ask for. Speech is all broken up now. Well, I'm in a third world country, you know. You get internet good sometimes, sometimes you don't. But if you can hear this, they would say, my grandparents would tell us cousins to go out there and cut this switch. Go bring me this switch. And you better bring a proper one, or you're gonna go right back and have to do it again, and maybe have them more angry. Yeah, and you'd have to go pick your own switch. Of course, you know you're wanting that little twig like this, but you know reality it's gonna be that big old long whipping, that whipping cane. Yeah, I hated that plum tree off the back porch. Oh my goodness. What did it say? When I was 12, hold on. I started hitting the streets. My mom tried her best to control me, but I was a wild kid. Yeah, that's those rebellious years, right? Melinda said you have one horn. Sounds like she might have the other one. That's why y'all get along so good.
Yeah.
One and one.
One and one.
Well, she's not a unicorn, I'll tell you that.
Unicorn is. Oh, funny.
But oh yes, Mom would say, if it's not good, I used to send for another, and sometimes would make us go get them. Use on our own siblings. Oh man, you had to go pick it out for a sibling. Yeah, you go to school welts on your legs, and there wasn't a social worker showing up at your house later then either, was there? Yeah, they knew what went down. You got a little deserved medicine. Now, you know, I'm sure there's some people out there that got treated a little too hard, but you know, most of us, we deserve what we got back then, and here we all are. That's all I can say. Here we all are, and I can tell a bunch of y'all are great people. I feel like I'm a good person. Mel's a good person.
Yeah.
I think that's the things that we needed in life. You know, we could have maybe tilted off that other side.
You learn.
And
you learn our mistake.
Yeah, and we learn from it. It said a privet bush brings back memories. I'm not sure what a privet bush is. If my mom called me by my first and middle name, oh man. Well, my mom, when she was really mad, you got called by some names that actually wasn't yours. They were temporary your name. Yeah, yeah. Oh heck no, no social workers. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's right, CC Ryder. But look, we all turned out okay, and we ain't in jail. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, I'm all those programs are good, and they have good intentions. You know, the social worker programs and all, because there is bad things that happen out there. But you know, you've got to not get carried away. That's the thing. I think U.S. right now, my beloved country that I love, is like a little bit of a runaway train right now. So I hope it gets in order. I hope it does. Yeah, it's a good place still, though. United States is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful place. Mel sees that too. She loves it there. We love both these places, man. We love the U.S. still. All you great people are there, and I love y'all a lot. Ever swap and go for a joyride and then run out of gas and have to call in. Oh man, I got a beat down before right there. Who right? Daryl? Daryl, man, let me tell you. Daryl is talking about swiping the keys to a vehicle and going for a joyride. Well, let me tell you what I did. My dad bought this 1971 Chevrolet GMC Sierra Grande. Man, it was awesome. Had that big block in it. It was an odd sized big block, like a 402. Man, did that Joker have the power. It was a 3/4 ton. There's that rooster. It's a 3/4 ton. And man, dual glass packs on it, all that. Well, I come in from school and I knew where the keys was at, and they weren't going to be home for 2 or 3 hours. I said, I'm going to take his truck and play. I ran it fast back and forth up and down the highway in front of the house. I came in down the driveway and I just couldn't resist going into the back lot and goosing it and doing a donut. And man, it was throwing grass, and all of a sudden, sorry there, I was distracted. All of a sudden I heard a pop, and I done blew the rear end out of this Joker. It wouldn't move. I got friends to come and help me push it back right to where it was sitting, and we tried to spread lawn clippings over all the ruts that we spun out and burned out of the grass there everywhere doing that donut. And my dad come in, and lo and behold, he went to that truck and it wouldn't move. And he started investigating and found out what happened. That was one of the worst days of my life. And boy, he didn't let me live it down for years. It turned out that rear end was hard to find for that truck, and it cost a lot of money. So that was my last time I hijacked a vehicle. Boy, did I get my lesson. But right after that, he let me start driving, and I guess I didn't have no reason to hijack anymore. That's another thing. Us parents back then, you let your kids drive young without driver's license out in the country on the roads, man. We'd be like young and running around driving up and down the roads. Wasn't no highway patrol going to come after you or anything. It's just part of country life out there, you know. There's nothing for a 11, 12-year-old to be buzzing down the road out there. Stole my car, mom, once and got a flat. Man, it's like, you're set for doom when you take those vehicles, huh? Look at that. Ran out of gas, Daryl. I blew out the rear end, and you got a flat, man. See, there's something out there just setting us up. Little gremlins out there just waiting for us to mess up. 500 acres, 50,000 chickens, in a 10-acre garden. I did not have much time to get in trouble. Holy cow, I guess not. Woo! 50,000 chickens, and I'm complaining about one rooster out the window. Wow.
Oh.
Well, yeah, I had to work on chores in the garden all week, get 50 cents to go skating on Saturday nights. Yeah, my dad did not allow me to go skating. He said, I'll fall down and break a bone. They don't want to pay for it. All my friends would be at the skating rink up there in the town of Terrell. Neil Don Brockway had the skating rink that everybody liked to go to. And they were all in the in club, and I was in the out club. My parents would not let me go skating.
Crystal said,
yeah. Man, that's me. I grew up working hard on a farm. Hard on a farm. We were taught young to work. My dad pulled over when I was 13 and said, drive us to the chicken farmer to get our eggs. Yeah, see, my first driving experience was young too. You see, we lived in a trailer park. My mom used to let me drive to the laundromat at 12 years old and let my 2-year-old nephew ride on the trunk, and the cop stopped me. What happened when the cop stopped you? Tell me. How bad did it get? Yeah, kids would ride up in the back window. You remember them old cars? They'd have that rear deck at the back window. It wouldn't, big rear platform. Man, kids would be riding up there. If you hit the brakes, they'd sail all the way over the seats and hit the front windshield. Times have changed. Times have changed.
Crystal,
Where's you guys? I enjoyed this chat, but I got to go. It's almost bedtime. Crystal Creek, all of you right there, I appreciate you very much.
Thank you,
We're about to cut it
Crystal.
short here
Good
also.
night.
Uh, I would spend the day when I was 7 on a Ford 400 tractor. You know what? I did start driving tractors very, very young, like you. A Ford 400. We were taught in the hayfield early on. I think it was an old Jubilee that was running on propane or butane that I first learned to drive on. And man, before you know it, I was driving big dual wheel cab tractors and big old 4-wheel drive. Um, at the age kids are here in the world these days, and all they're doing is playing game boxes. I was out running some huge farm equipment, big old folding plows. Uh, Man, I just look back at it now. Times have changed. We have 50,000 laying hens. That just blows my mind. And we gathered and cleaned 9 to 10,000 eggs a day. Wow, the cop didn't do anything but yell at my mom because it's on private property. Yep, see, you know, times have changed. You should pass on the hook, line, and sinker to the family girls. Man, oh man. Timothy, that's a big operation y'all had. I'd like to see that. We had a subscriber just right that what they just rented a chicken farm here outside of Iloilo here where we're at, and they are putting I think 34,000 chickens in. Take it easy, Gavin, Daddy. Yep, Gavin, you take it easy for sure, and I appreciate it. So, guys, I've enjoyed this reminiscing and chat, and I know some of you are all tired, and we're going to get out and get our day started too. It's been wonderful having you all here. Ernie, everybody out there, and I don't want to leave anyone out. Everyone, I'm glad this has been a very great day, a good start for us, and we thank you very, very much. We're going to go ahead and get out of here.
Marianne,
yeah,
enjoyed here with you and Linda. Thank you, Marianne. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Y'all made this a great chat for us. It's been fun.
It's our first try.
Some good reminiscing there. I tell you, that's some good reminiscing, man. Ain't nothing wrong with remembering the past, right? Of what heathens we were. So you all have a great day out there and take it easy. Stay strong.